Greetings to you, the world, local and abroad. With me today is our business analyst, Mr. Chui, and I, myself, Innocent. We are here to discuss a burning issue pertaining the action which the United States of America took to pull out of the World Health Organization contributions, financial-wise. So today we want to analyze what may be the reasons, the implications, and the possible routes the United States of America is going to use to pull out? Mr. Shui, I give you this opportunity.
Maybe to start with, I'm sure you might want to then ask or maybe make our viewers know what WHO stands for. I don't know if I'm correct.
Exactly. It's really amazing. You have to tell our viewers what the World Health Organization is made up of.
Oh, I understand. Okay, so World Health Organization is an organization which represent matters to do with the health, and it was founded, officially launched on the 7th of April 1948. It was launched after they finished preparing their constitution, and then it was officially opened on the 7th of April 1948. So each year is now more like a custom to them that each and every year on the 7th of April, they celebrate for the years since 1948. So just to break down some of the things which our listeners and our viewers might want to know is that we have got over 200 something countries worldwide. But when it comes to WHO, World Health Organization, it has got a total of 194 member states.
That's true.
So what they do is that per each and every year, these 194 member states, they are mandated to contribute a sum or a total number of money which amounts to 200,000 US dollars. So if you check very well the currency which they use or which they prefer, it might be in United States dollars or it might be in Switzerland currency. So the total number or the total amount each member state must contribute is 200,000. So once we are talking of this 200,000, this is mandatory and this is the minimum. So each and every member of states can even contribute now voluntarily.
That's true.
More than 200,000. To this case now, that's where United States of America, then comes in. It was providing or contributing the biggest chunk of money when it comes to the contribution to World Health Organization. It was contributing more, way more than that. I'm sure maybe we are going to touch on that part. But what I just wanted to mention was the introductory part. What WHO stands for, who it represents health matters in the whole world. And of the 194 member states, we are told that it has got 150 offices, a total number of 150 offices, which are scattered around the world. These 150, they are offices for World Health Organization. Whilst it has got these 150 offices, employees, their staff is establishment, we are told that they are slightly above 7,000.
Yes.
The workers who are working under the umbrella of World Health Organization.
Yes.
And then lastly, for our viewers, for them to understand and know, is that these 194 member states, they come from 6 regions which we have. So some they call it regions, some they call them continents.
That's true.
So I'm sure I managed to break down so that everyone can understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Down I tried by my best to be a bit basic.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Stewie, talk to me about the contributions because mataura imimi nezvekuti nyika nenyika dzinomirirwa nezita ratingati the member states of the World Health Organizations. They contribute most probably annually. Mungandiudzawo here ma contributions anoiswa nenyika idzi.
So what we are going to do is that we are going to narrow down the issue of contributions because we cannot talk of 194 countries.
That's true.
Because here we need to remember our subject topic is what might have made the United States of America to then go to an option of saying, for the meantime, we are stopping our contribution.
Exactly.
So I'm going to be comfortable in telling our viewers or make them know or make them remember about 2 specific superpowers or 2 big nations, which are linked to this subject topic which we are talking about today.
Exactly.
So we are going to talk about the contribution which America as a country or as a member state contributes, or which it was contributed all along.
Exactly.
And then we will then check on China. Okay, so if you check very well the information, on top of the mandatory 200,000 US dollar, we are told that America now voluntarily, it was way surpassing
that figure,
that 200,000.
Yeah.
So if you check the graph, America is, it will be sharp curve like that. America is the only country which was contributing the biggest chunk of any of the member states. And it was contributing above 650 million US dollar per year, between 650 to 700 million per year.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are checking on America contributing close to 650 or 700 million per year. Then we compare with China. China is contributing, because it's yet to pull out, is contributing an amount which is below 80 million. You check figures, it's 70 something million. Just slightly below 10% of the contribution which America was doing.
Exactly.
So I'm sure somewhere I might have answered you and I might have opened some picture to a lot of people, because this debate, some other people, they're just entering in this debate and say, America must have do it, or China or done something like that.
Exactly.
But these people, they don't have facts. They did research.
Exactly.
They don't have all this information. China was contributing what? America was contributing what? Have all this information, and then we go now to the subject matter. Yes. I don't know if I have answered you very well.
Yeah, you explained it properly. But now, Mr. Stewie, talk to me about the relationship which is there between these 3 players, because now you have only mentioned about the 2 players, the United States of America and China, but we know that there is another large entity which is standing in between, which is the World Health Organization. Why this kind of touched relationship between the United States of America and the World Health Organization, as well as this broken relationship between the US and China?
Okay, to start with, I'm sure I want to answer you according to the way we ask the questions, but we also skipped the aspect of where the head office of the World Health Organization are located. Our viewers might want to know the head office of WHO they are in Geneva, that is Switzerland. Okay, so coming back to these three partners or players in this issue, we have got the World Health Organization, WHO, we have got America, we have got China. So what happened is that it is America on pulling out, they cited some reasons. So I'm going to break now the reasons, what America said about WHO and what America said about China. So I might then start by what they were not happy against the WHO. At first, the World Health Organization, they had alleged to have said this COVID-19 is a non-communicable disease.
I hear you.
So that's what we are trying to do here. We are trying to find the reasons. We are not saying these are the actual reasons, because America itself might have more deeper than what we are talking about.
That's true.
That's what we are just trying to tell to our viewers is some of the findings on our research whilst we were preparing this show. So America said, you, the World Health Organization, first of all, you told the world that the COVID-19 is a non-communicable disease, which means to say it cannot be spread.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm having it, we sit here, you cannot infect it or contract it.
That's true.
So they said, you, World Health Organization, you misled us, first of all. Okay? It didn't go down well with the Americans or the authorities in America. Then going back to the issue of China now, America had to say a lot of things, but chief among them will just pick a few. What they were not happy about is to say the way you Chinese as a government or as a country, the way you handled this pandemic, you might have contributed to its widespread. Why? They were saying when it was discovered, China didn't take quicker and robust action, especially on traveling, the air transportation through flights.
Exactly.
That's what then made this disease to spread.
Exactly.
Just migrating or just leaving the issue of America and the China there. If you check in Italy, that province where there was a problem there was a high mortality rate.
Yeah.
It is being said that the industrial area in that part of in that province of Italy, there are many workers or laborers or employees from what? From China.
Yeah.
So the reason why a lot of people perished in Italy is because they were, during the outbreak of this COVID-19, they were traveling, going to Wuhan, coming back, going to China, coming back, and something like that.
Yeah.
So this is what America was saying. You, World Health Organization, you did your part. You missed it. You, China, you didn't control the movement of people who might have been already infected, and then they are spreading this disease. So just to sum it, so America is saying, through its president, they are saying, you didn't handle and you didn't give this pandemic the respect and the attention it deserved.
Exactly. I think you have answered all these questions very well, and it's very interesting. And I think it's phenomenal as well for us to understand how United States of America is going to convert its own theoretical approach, as it has already mentioned that it is suspending its funds into the World Health Organization. So we want to know the practical party of the United States of America, how it is going to get out of this organization, the route of they are going to follow.
It's a very interesting question, and I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, it can lead us to the winding, since we have given them much of the reason behind. Not so sure to my host. The exit route, when it comes to America now, they've got the president has got two options. He has got the shorter one of bypassing Congress.
Exactly.
It's supported by their acts, their law. We don't want. It's not a law discussion today. We don't want to touch much of those acts. He can bypass the Congress route, go straight to Senate.
Exactly.
They enjoy majority there in Senate, these Republicans, and then voting process can be done. He then assent. He then sign it into law. Remember, in America, there's nothing which a single president can just do without the support of this process which we are talking about. So we have got the route of going via Senate.
Yeah.
We also have the a bit now winding route whereby you go via Congress. But the Congress route now, I'm sure he might avoid it because he might lack the support of the majority opposition Democrats.
Understand.
Yes.
I think to wind up, I just want to know or to ask you about the possible implications of this act which America has decided to take.
To start with, this is my opinion. I'm sure I don't want our viewers to misquote me or misquote the show. I will just then give my opinion, which myself I think it might be reasonable from any normal person. We need to understand that America was the biggest contributor to this World Health Body, right?
Yes.
So even if you yourself, you are contributing the biggest chunk to a charitable organization or whatsoever, we were not even knowing that America as a country was contributing a big chunk all along.
Yeah.
We were not knowing. So I might then wind up in giving maybe two quick opinions for myself. The first one, they have that right to withdraw. It's their money. There is a mandatory amount which must be contributed here, which is 200,000. So if they contribute that 200,000, they are participating from the mandate which each and every member state must be contributing, right?
Yes.
We agree there, right?
Yeah.
So there must not be that outcry, which I'm sure I see a lot of media houses. Some of these people, they are not researching. It's unfortunate that they will be coming from big media houses. They just castigate to say, no, that was bad. Research, guys, and get the facts. 200,000, a member state can contribute 200,000, and if they contribute that, they don't have anyone. They never committed any crime, any offense. They never broke any regulation.
Yeah.
So there's the issue of what? Of themselves. It's their money. They do what they want. Then the second issue, which is the last one, which I can say towards this subject matter, is that on humanitarian grounds now, America as a country was having the potential to contribute the biggest chunk. So it would be more like appealing to them, softening the tongue, who apologizing and China sorting their mess or something like that, so that we still need America to contribute as it used to. Because beside that, we might have some difficult consequences.
I really understand. I think one last question, which I can begin by saying something which is very phenomenal. Can this action affect the rate at which the World Health Organization is planning to release a vaccine or some medication?
Oh, definitely it will, because let's not talk of big numbers. Let's just remove a lot of zeros there, and we say there was this country, there is this country which is contributing 6,000, and then they are against this other country which is contributing maybe $70, $6,070. So it means to say much of the experiments, much of this trial, much of these laboratory tests which were being done, they were being successful or done very well because of the biggest chunk which was coming from what? From America. And without that biggest chunk, it's a disaster.
That's true. Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Stewie, our business analyst, and our viewers would like to say to you, thank you so much for being with us, and we are hoping to have you tomorrow and again. Thank you. Goodbye.